We join action at the start of the Australian innings.
Matthew Hayden is going to take the first ball from Mohammad Sami. And when you think of the qualifying for this final, you had Pakistan beating India in a reduced game, and then we had a game that didn't finish, Australia batting against India, and then a washout, and then we didn't even have a ball bowled when Australia would have faced Pakistan the other day. So very limited cricket, and these two sides, the rulings, have qualified for today. And here's the first ball.
Good start for Mohammad Sami. He needs to get off to a good start. Good running there. It was a good call from Matthew Hayden. He encouraged that single.
The reason it was such a good call is that Matthew Hayden knew he was running to the danger end. Brad Haddon's on the back foot, so he's not making the advance down the pitch, and he responded as soon as he saw Hayden coming. Because Hayden was going to that danger end, there was no threat of Haddon being run out at the bowler end. So that's a good early call, and it's Brad Haddon off the mark. He'll be extremely nervous. He's an incredibly nervous chap when he first goes to the crease. Often throws up before a match. And the reason I know that is I've played with him for a number of years at New South Wales. It's not probably something he wants me to mention on air, but that's something that he's incredibly nervous, and he's trying to get this early success in this Australian side.
Uphill, close, but not close enough. It's played away nicely. Shabir Ahmed took a little bit of time to get round that one. It'll also be interesting how this pitch plays when Pakistan goes out to bat in the second half of the day. Will batting become more difficult? Good Yorker. David Shepherd will not be moved. Good delivery to end the over. 7 without a wicket. That's put away through mid-wicket. Will it run away for the first 4? Struggling. The outfield will be slow because of the heavy rainfall in the last week or so. But he judged the length quite quickly on this occasion. Oh, that's put away brilliantly down the track, and it middled that one quite well.
I was going to say, and he comes in to replace Adam Gilchrist every now and then. A fantastic opportunity, and making the most of it with this shot. That's a beautiful straight drive. But what allowed him to get to the pitch of it was the use of the feet. He got down there quickly.
Good running. Or is it? Direct hit would have made things interesting. It was Yusuf Johanna who got there quickly.
It was good running, but Brad Haddon, because it was a close one, had to make a straight line down the pitch, and I wouldn't be surprised if Shep, I think he just had a little word to Brad Haddon saying, please run off to the side, sir. And the conditions out there very soft, and if there are too many singles taken like that, it's going to chew the pitch up even more.
Another streaky shot. So 7 ball, 18 without a wicket. Edge, and it was a slow one from Shabir Ahmed, so that edge not carrying to Yasir Hamid. Good thinking. Shabir Ahmed, they're thinking about Matthew Hayden. He was coming down the track, threatening posture, slow one. Didn't get to the slip fielder. That's hit him on the helmet. Short one from Mohammad Sami, and probably a little too early into that pull shot. was Haddon. So conditions difficult for batting out there. To tell you more about it, Sanjay Manjrekar and Shiva Ramakrishnan.
Thank you very much, Ramiz. Not difficult, very difficult. Gone. Mohammad Sami has struck. And Australia have lost their first wicket.
Not the best of pitches to bat on. Very, very difficult conditions. It's been under covers for 3 days, plenty of rains, and the Australians love the ball to come onto the bat. Found the going very difficult against some disciplined Pakistani bowling. And finally, the Pakistanis are rewarded for the discipline. Once again, into the shot a little too early, trying to fetch it from far outside the line of off stump. Dragging it onto the stumps. A big breakthrough for the Pakistanis. Haddon goes for 10, it's 21 for 1.
Brings in the Australian captain Ricky Ponting on strike. Went right through him. It's not a batting pitch.
Certainly not is, and the bowlers will enjoy it. Very rarely do they get conditions like this. To be honest, it's unfair conditions. Look at the puff of dust. Nothing a batsman can do about it. Not even somebody like Ricky Ponting, who's been in supreme form in the last couple of seasons.
Well played, well bowled.
I think that's the easiest ball to play on a pitch like this. Right into the block hole. Low full tosses. But he's looking for the leg before here, Mohammad Sami, realizing the batsman not inclined to coming onto the front foot. Good thought that.
Ricky Ponting gets off the mark of the 9th delivery that he faced. Shoaib Akhtar is the bowling change that has been made, and you'll expect Shoaib Akhtar to use these conditions very smartly. Mohammad Sami is off the ground.
It'll be interesting to see how Shoaib Akhtar goes about it. Loves to bowl fast. It's been given the end where Mohammad Sami is operating. And what's the kind of bounce that he's going to get from the surface? We know that his pace is quite consistent in the mid 140s, at times climbing up to the 150s and beyond.
That's clear, well clear of the fielder at square leg. It's gone very high in the air, and on a soggy outfield you'll expect that. 3 runs to Ricky Ponting.
Once again, a very good indication of the ball not coming on. Ricky Ponting would have hit it out of the park in most grounds. This is a small ground, remember. He had to wait for the ball to arrive on him. Got the elevation, but not the distance.
It's another poor delivery from Shabir Ahmed. He'll come back for the second. 33 for 1.
And a change in bowling, Abdul Razak. He'll be watching with interest and seeing that the track is pretty slow.
That's a quick run. They've got to do a lot more of that.
And back. And we're looking for 2. And they've done it well. Oh, wicked arm. They always had it under control. Shahid Afridi will be waiting for his turn with the ball.
Just the one boundary so far in the Australian innings. Very quick in between wickets. Not only are they assessing the running between the wickets well, but the Aussies have sort of inverted their strategy. That's the Hawkeye view of the way runs have been scored in this innings. Just the one boundary.
And singles will be the order of the day. It's not going to be one of those normal one-day internationals. This is going to be a bit of attrition. Play it smart. That just gives you an indication of how slow it was. He was ready to go, and it just blancmanged off the wicket. What a miss, and Izzard runs. What's he going to give? 4, inside edge. Dreadfully close to the stumps. Hayden gets away with it.
He'll take it. That's his first boundary, Hayden. Just cut him into half. Cutting back into him, going in between body and bat, inside edge. Well, 4 runs. No matter how they come. And all the more valuable now in these conditions. A bit of a decision now to make, Barry, for Inzamam. Should he try out his spinners and see how they go? Maybe how much turn they get and assess it, or the fact that he's got things under control, he carries on with this.
You know, you can't wait too long, because they would have played themselves in. They'd have a little bit of confidence. Hayden's on to 19, Ponting's into double figures, he's on 13. And they'll start to get a little feel for it and might attack the spinners. It'll be a little bit of a gamble. But he has to do it sometime, and probably now's the time. Nicely played. That's one of the trademark shots from Ponting. You get a couple here. 9 runs off that over. 47 for 1. Oh, he'll have to hurry. And it's beautifully run. He's so quick between the wickets. That's the policy. They had a long chat, Hayden and Ponting, and they said, we just got to try and get a runner ball. Any boundaries are a bonus. Brought to you by Sony Max, and those are the people enjoying the hospitality in the Sony box. Beautiful day for them. It's been a long wait. And he's gambled, Ricky Ponting. Good fielding. Just a couple. He wasn't really short enough to play the ball, but because of the slowness of the wicket, they've decided that the pull shot can be played.
That's the slower delivery. A quick single. And another. So that was welcome. They'll take it.
Well, what they've done, Hayden and Ponting, they've identified a few fielders, and Inzamam is one that they will take a single to no matter what. Slower delivery, a little bit of purchase for him. He knows straight away as he hits it, Ricky Ponting, that it's Inzamam, and they're prepared to take him on.
Oh, that could be very tight. Had to hit, though. The Pakistanis haven't hit today. It's been that difficult. Slats.
Well, from a player reaction, it was going to be very close. A direct hit is always a close one, and would have been shy of his ground. An area that Pakistan are working tirelessly at is their fielding, and we can see an improvement. Just got to start hitting those pegs. Would have been a big wicket if they'd hit. Big hit from Ricky Ponting, breaking the shackles, didn't quite get hold of it. As we've seen These two in their partnership, not really middle too many. The pace not coming on, or it's not coming off this pitch. But that gets the run rate up a little bit, Charu.
Well, yeah, he's done that a couple of times. I remember a pull well back early in the innings when, again, it just pitched and stayed. So they got 3 for that. 2 now. Oh, went for it again. This is very high. 2 people getting under it. Imran Farhat calls and picks it up. So, Ricky Ponting's effort, very brave, but not quite getting Australia out of the woods yet.
Well, it seemed that he'd taken the responsibility of the captain of Australia just to try and up the ante, realising that the run rate was a little low and felt that Razak was the guy to take on. A little bit lucky the shot before this, and this time outside edge, and it's caught in a backward point position. Very tough catch. It's in the air for a long time, but taken comfortably. Pakistan needed a wicket, and they've got Ricky Ponting for 25, 65 for 2.
23.5 overs, virtually half the innings in Australia, 65 for 2 as Darren Lehmann walks in to a very difficult situation here at the VRA ground. Enough has been said about the pitch and the fact that it's not quite par for the course. Straight away, Darren Lehmann out for at least a couple, maybe even 3 that run quickly enough.
Well, that actually changed ends with a ball in the air, so it was Matthew Hayden, and he very much is getting used to the pace of this pitch. 67 for 2.
Oh, come on.
This time the pull well in front of square, and it might be the second boundary for Australia. It's been a long time coming, or the third really.
It's certainly not surprising that it comes to Matthew Hayden. He's faced 79 deliveries now, and he's hit 2 out of the 3 boundaries.
One.
The pull
First time.
for Matthew Hayden, and he will go for the 2. Could have been tight, but and the throw wasn't too bad either. But he had the speed.
Matthew Hayden using that bottom hand through the onside. Very slow outfield. Only 2, but a big shot.
Well, in trouble straight away. And Matthew Hayden has been there for 97 deliveries. Still unable to read that one. Turn right away for Shoaib Malik.
Well, apart from the big sweep that he can play, Matthew Hayden, I don't think you'll see him hitting across the line of the ball now. His best option is to hit with the spin, looking to get on the back foot, or he'll use the sweep.
Well, on cue. We have a fine leg. No, we don't. So another boundary. Oh, how welcome is this for Australia? Struggling on this pitch. What a welcome boundary.
And he moves on to 47 with that 3rd boundary of his innings. They're really hard to come by. And I think the sweep is going to be a big option for him. And then he's going to try and encourage Shoaib Malik to bowl a little shorter, and then he might try and punch through the offside.
Catch it!
Well, swept again. This time straighter towards the man there, but of course fell well short.
Yeah.
And it beats the field on the off. Big chase. He's probably going to get to it, Sami. The race across for 3. The runs finally coming for Australia. Slightly quicker now.
Full toss, played down the ground. And that brings the 100 for Australia. 100 for 2. It's been tough going. Almost to the end of the 33rd over. But they could build on that now with 8 wickets in hand. He's turned that around. Doesn't quite find the fence. 50 for Hayden. It's 101 for 2 after 33. A little bit of room, and he's put that past the point fielder for 4. So that's the 5th boundary of the innings. That's just what he shouldn't do. He's kept it short, and he's kept it wide outside the off stump.
Yeah, Enzi won't be happy with that. He's come back to do a job. Experienced cricketer, Shoaib, and you can't bowl short on a wicket like this as a fast bowler. You're just giving, it just sits up, and that's Lehman's strength. Milk and honey out there for him, and he's put it away.
And that's been hammered. It's really been bludgeoned through the covers. But yet yes, it does. It does find the fence. Although the fielder made the run, reached it, couldn't quite hold on.
It wasn't great fielding. I think he had plenty of time to get across, did Abdul Razak, but he thought it was going to the boundary much quicker than it was. Slow outfield. Eventually, he had the opportunity of cutting it off, and very hard hands.
Oh, that is a handsome hit. Straight over the top. Couple of bounces, and it finds the fence.
I'm not sure around the wicket's going to work for Shoaib Akhtar. It's just angling straight into the left-handers. They can hit with the angle. And with a slow wicket, Darren Lehman can go straight over the bowler's head because of the angle coming into him. See how wide he is. It's a nice arc to swing in for Lehman.
He's gone over the top. There's a fielder there. Not quite where he intended it to go, and that's the end of Matthew Hayden. Quite easily done in the end by the fielder in deep square leg position, Yasir Hamid.
It's always going to be difficult for Matthew Hayden. You really have to generate all the power off the bat. He's gone inside it, try to hit it away on the offside, on the onside rather. That's a very long boundary there. It's hit near the bottom of the bat. Hamid takes an easy catch, 126 for 3.
Simons there, taking up position. That's his ODI career, a best of 143, and that was in the World Cup against Pakistan. What a splendid innings that was. That's got away. That was room outside the off stump. He had 5 dot balls. That will be a chase for the fielder. And the ball wins. So a welcome boundary for Simons. 4 from the over. 130 for 3.
On the bounce to Shahid Afridi. He was very close of picking that one. But Mohammad Sami should consider himself extremely lucky, because when Andrew Simons hits the ball, it stays hit.
Even he's struggling to get any pace in the shot. But Darren Lehman batting at a strike rate of 60, 45 balls for his 27. I think he's played one of the best innings that subcontinent viewers would have seen.
He's pulled it hard through mid-wicket. Running hard for the second one. He does well. This is extremely good running. Moin Khan is not too happy with the return. It was Yasir Hamid who had to run around that one to pick it up.
All the pace has to be created by the batsman. Yasir Hamid doing well there.
.142 for 3.
The key for me was that second wicket partnership between the captain and Hayden, when all of a sudden it dawned on them that they've got a surface that's quite rare. It's not an easy batting surface, and it wasn't like they panicked having seen the pitch behave in the fashion it did. It's just that they brought the target down in their minds, and after that they've been on track, the Australians.
He's been moving in his crease now. Darren Lehmann plays the spinners really well. It's his speciality, but today even Darren Lehmann has struggled. Extravagant spin from Shoaib Malik. In the end, really had no answer to that vicious turn. Chance of a run out, direct hit. Well, he's missed it. It's Yunus Khan in place of Inzamam ul Haq. It was a sitter.
It's never been a strong point, isn't it, Ramit? Direct hits. The Pakistanis have struggled with that. Fielding standards have certainly improved in recent times, but this has got to be taken. Fully committed in the single, he had given up. In fact, yes, he could have just taken the ball up to the stumps and whipped the bails off.
That's a big one, that's gone. First 6 of the innings. He's a tremendous striker. That went a mile.
That's what you would call a jumbo hit. Gave the charge and it was right there in the slot, and the big powerful bat of Andrew Simons coming down on the ball. That's a clean hit. Straight. And of course the Andrew Simons power behind it.
Once again, he's gone for the big one. Oh, he's missed it. Bad fielding. It's Yasir Hamid. That surely will not go down too well with the Pakistani captain. 15 off the over. 169 for 3.
That'll be 4. Well played, Andrew Simons. It's the one thing you'll get with the likes of Akhtar back into the attack, extra pace. And the fact that he's coming off the long run, you just need a bit of bat on it, full length, and that brings up the 50-run partnership.
Was looking for the Yorker, Shoaib Akhtar, doesn't get it right, but Andrew Simons doing the right thing by giving himself a little bit of width. Created that width, Andrew Simons. And this is not a big ground, but the timing is perfect. This is a slow outfield. But races away. Andrew Simons on a roll.
Shabir Ahmed coming back into the attack, replacing Sami. And a little inside edge, and Darren Lehmann walks. Doesn't wait for Dave Shepherd to put the finger up. It was a slow ball from Shabir, his first delivery. And just a little tickle on the inside edge of Darren Lehmann's bat. But a great job he has done for his country.
Had to play the big shot in the last couple of overs, try and get close to the 200 mark, and Darren Lehmann has played a very useful hand here for Australia. Good thinking on the part of the bowler. Shabir Ahmed starting off with the slower delivery. Lehmann into the shot a little too early. Straightforward catch to Moin Khan. Just the wicket Pakistan needed. Lehmann gone for 40. It's 183 for 4.
Damien Martin comes to the crease. Finally he gets a bat. And what conditions or lack of balls and overs for him. Beautiful shot down the ground. It should beat the fielder. No, he gets there. And that's a better response in the field. Inzamam finally can put his hands above his head and clap. And bowled straight through. So the short one for the first ball, and then the quick Yorker. Why wasn't he trying to bowl quick earlier in the day? He's a much better bowler than when he does what he does best, and that's bowl fast.
Terrific side this. A fast bowler. Just softening up a batsman of the caliber of Andrew Simons with a short delivery, and the next one, just a hint of reverse swing. Bang on the base of the off stump. The target was there, timber gone. Pakistan pick up another wicket, and Shoaib Akhtar, what a side he is. Andrew Simons, very good hand, and once again for him, 36. It's 189 for 5.
One is not going to fall safe. Inzamam ul Haq, the skipper, runs around, and the new batsman Michael Clark just not having enough time to get any feel for the conditions. His whole objective is to score runs, and mistimes his shot. Leading edge.
Shoaib Akhtar picking up his third wicket. A very good over indeed. He's bowled fast, he's used his variations this time. Once again, the slower delivery. Michael Clark closing the face of the bat a little too early. And a straightforward catch to Inzamam. Can't get easier than that. And Michael Clark has to depart. He's gone for one. It's 192 for 6.
And should be the last ball of the innings. Shoaib Akhtar 2 for 3 runs in this, the 50th over. Brad Hogg is at the non-strikers end and should not face. Here we go. And a swing and a miss, and they're going to run a single. Mal Khan, well, this time he's on target. And that will be the 7th wicket to fall. And a good wicket stopped Australia getting that extra run. The score will remain on 192 for the loss of 7 wickets. And it's set up for a close match.
93 in 50 overs, perhaps one of their better chances of beating the world champions. We'll pick up their chase in the very first over.
Yasir Hamid, 26 years of age and 35 matches, wouldn't have played against Glenn McGrath before, I would imagine. Great delivery.
I don't think he would have been able to hit this if he told him he was going to bowl it. That's perfect on the seam and just fizzed away. A perfect length. And he's played the good wicket shot, feet together, just pushing the bat at it.
Pakistan is off the mark. A very impressive first over from Glenn McGrath. 1 for no wicket, Pakistan. Well played.
Well, they're going to try and take him on, and that's the way to go for Pakistan. Those singles invaluable.
That's the one that's easier to get away. Brad Hogg, the fielder.
Good running. 9 times out of 10, these two young players and teams gone past from Pakistan, they would have just ambled the one. They were very quick. They realise how important every run is. They've got to turn the ones into twos. Nicely played.
Oh, great work. There's also the slip fielder that you've got to get past.
I just wonder how much pressure they can absorb, Sanjay. It's very important that they keep playing like this for, even if it's 12 or 15 overs. But when you're a young player and you just come in, you start to feel the pressure of not scoring.
Not the first time we've seen it, perhaps the most dramatic. 8 for no wicket. Very fine and very close to that first slip. He'll get a run for it, Yasir Hamid.
On the bounce, and they pinch a run. Good running, extremely good running.
Well, the low bounce in this pitch not helping the bowler's cause. Glenn McGrath, the bowler, has been spot on with his line and length. Imran Farhad just trying to run it down to third man, just short of the man and slip. Matthew Hayden, the tall man, gets down in time. There was the opportunity for the run out. The batsman quite safe in the end and doing the right thing by picking up that single.
That's put away nicely through mid-wicket. He's a good puller of the cricket ball. Plays that one well through mid-wicket. Well, there was a case of maybe picking up that extra run for 3. The call was not responded by Yasir Hamid. That's put away. That's a good shot. They'll have to run hard because that ball is struggling to go to the boundary. Once again, good positive response from Yasir Hamid to that shot one.
Well, getting into position very quickly was Yasir Hamid. Not the easiest shot to play on this pitch. Fetching it from outside the line of off. Maintained very good balance. Watched the ball onto the bat. And he picked his spot to perfection. This is not the quickest of outfield. Would have got 4 on any other outfield, Yasir Hamid. But important runs for Pakistan. A big occasion for Brett Lee and his fans. He's coming off after a layoff with an injury. It's been a while since he's been on the international circuit. Very good economy by both the bowlers, McGrath and Jason Gillespie, but they haven't picked up a wicket, which is what Ricky Ponting will want. You look at Brett Lee picking up a couple of wickets.
He's round the wicket to the left-hander. Oh, it's a ripper. What a start.
Magnificent start. Looked very relaxed with his run-up, Brett Lee. Perfect delivery in the corridor of uncertainty.
Cleaned him up with a beauty. Through the defences. And it's the first vital breakthrough for the Australians.
And what a great delivery that was. Very quick, not wasting any time to get into the thick of things, Brett Lee. No looseness. Nothing really for the batsman. But great first over and very well rewarded. This one, bang on target. The length was the key. The line was very good, but the length had the batsman in 2 minds. He was hesitant whether to get onto the front foot or to go onto the back. But by the time the ball had disturbed the furniture, and Brett Lee, what a reaction from him. And the Aussies are delighted. They wanted this breakthrough, and they've got it. Yasir Hamid, the man to go for 17. It's 24 for 1.
Shoaib Malik, the important man for Pakistan. He's been in extremely good form. Very young and very talented. Shoaib Malik taking guard. Important player at that 3 position, replacing Yasir Hamid, who's picked up by Brett Lee with a wonderful delivery. This will be an important innings from Shoaib Malik. Played well against the Indians in the last game. Okay, that was the first game of the tournament. 24 for 1. That's put away in the air. It's a safe shot. Shoaib Malik will come back. No, they decide against the third. Good return from Glenn McGrath. Oh, nice drive. Beautifully driven through the onside. I think this will be 4. Lovely shot. First boundary for Pakistan.
And what a way to bring it up. Continuing his good form is Shoaib Malik. The most difficult pitch, if you want to call it, to drive a cricket ball, but Brett Lee is express quick. And in fact, it wasn't a half volley. He was watching the ball onto the bat, hitting it on the up. Great effort, presenting the full face of the bat. And when you hit it as straight as that, even on a slow outfield, it'll get you good results.
Edge and just falling short. Didn't quite carry to Matthew Hayden.
Big grunt from Brett Lee. But Farhad trying to feel for it. Far too much outside the line of off stump. It's been variable bounce in this pitch. And the second time the edge has fallen short of slip. Puff of dust coming with it. But no movement of the feet whatsoever.
Edge, and this time it's gone through, and gone through quickly to the boundary.
The second boundary for the Pakistanis, and not very convincing indeed. Brett Lee looking for wickets here. He's bowling quick. He's bowling extremely well. Once again feeling for the ball. Time carried to the second slip fielder, just to his left. Brett Lee would have been disappointed. Thought he had his man, but another boundary for Imran Farhat and Pakistan.
Picks up another one. Pakistan 40 for the loss of 1 wicket.
And that grunt is an indication of the effort he's putting in.
This is a slow wicket, and he is really putting in a lot of effort. He's running it beautifully. He's got a momentum about him. And then he is a lot stronger. He's holding his action. He's just look at those explosions off the track. It's really now getting very, very difficult to counter this wicket.
That one races down to Glenn McGrath at third man. They come back for 2. McGrath fairly square at third man. Ricky Ponting standing in a gully position. Actually worked nicely by Malik through the gap. .147 runs needed for victory, and here's the change of bowling. Ricky Ponting finally bringing Brad Hogg into the attack. Left arm wrist spin. Chinaman is the other name. He's coming from the Mulder's end. And let me tell you, he's a bowler that has held his spot in this one-day side for the last few years, and he's improved out of sight. Good work from Haddon. Very quick. Whipped them off in a flash down the leg side. Always a blind take from a keeper down the leg side. He did well. It's a double change here. Ricky Ponting is bringing Andrew Simons into the attack. He's going to bowl off spin. He started his bowling career. He's always been a batsman, but classed as an all-rounder, as a medium pacer, and then took to these off spinners. Had a little bit of success in the one days, and now he does them regular.
Well, he's brought his spinners on at the 20th over. Now Simons is bowling after 20, so he's got to go on till 40. That's the time when they've really got to keep abreast with the run rate, at least keep the required run rate around 5 or thereabouts. So they need about 50 off him as well as 50 off Hogg. 100 runs in the next 20 overs is what they should be targeting. I have no doubts that they would get a couple of wickets, these spinners as well, when you try to put that kind of pressure on them.
In the air, and that should be out. Yeah! Matthew Hayden doesn't miss those. He moves very well for a big man. Farhat made the mistake of playing across the spin. Leading edge. Michael Clarke got out in a similar fashion towards the end of the Australian innings. And Matthew Hayden, he really does move well for a big fellow.
But this is suicide. I think it's the trajectory, the faster delivery that really did Farhat. And he thought he could play as though he's playing on a normal wicket, but this is not to be the outside edge. And take a look at the way Hayden has moved. That's an amazing catch. So Farhat, after a long time at the crease, is gone for 17. Pakistan 47 for 2.
The skipper is now in the middle. And you just wonder sometimes if the fall of a wicket can be a good thing for a team. The run rate wasn't increasing. Inzamam ul Haq certainly can get on with the job.
Easily done. That's the mastery of Inzamam ul Haq. It goes into the sawdust. And that's 3 to Pakistan. Inzamam off the mark.
Very cheekily played indeed. Always a dangerous shot with the ball turning back into the right-hander. Inzamam ul Haq waits till the very end. Watches the ball onto the bat, just opening the face of the blade at the last moment.
Not sure whether that's going to carry, although he's played it extremely well. In fact, they'll just get 2 for it. Short ball. Well, he's played it straight to the fielder there. A bit disappointed with that effort, Shoaib Malik. It was almost a long hop.
We just saw from the previous graphic, much quicker through the air is Andrew Simons, not giving the batsman time, even if he errs in length. The kind of deliveries that need to go for boundaries.
The gun for an appeal, yes, the finger goes up. Not sure Inzamam ul Haq is entirely happy with the decision. But there you are, an important wicket has been picked up at the halfway stage. 3rd wicket gone.
And Andrew Simons doing it for Australia, his 2nd wicket. Bowling a quickish off breaks on a pitch which has been responsive to all kinds of bowling. Well. Inzamam ul Haq will consider himself a little unfortunate. Was he not interested at all, but a huge appeal, a spontaneous one from the bowler and the keeper. David Shepherd, very experienced, took his time and up went the finger. Dejected Inzamam walks back for 7. It's 65-3.
Yusuf Yohana is the new batsman for Pakistan. 65 for 3 and in trouble, the Pakistanis. Oh! He's played it fine. Yusuf Yohana ran beautifully against India. Here he is again. It's called for the 3rd and they would have got another one. But Yohana was on the ground. So 3 runs to the Pakistanis.
The Shoaib Malik continuing to score for Pakistan. Very cheeky shot indeed. But a safe one. Looking at the seam in the direction of fine leg, it was going to be the ball that's coming into the right-hander. Played it fine. Darren Lehman looking for the run-out opportunity. Could have been more runs for Pakistan.
Gets off the mark with a late cut, just like Inzamam. In fact, this one is going very quickly to the rope. That's a surprise. And he's got off the mark with a 4. And it's a good over for Pakistan. 9 runs of it, 74 for 3. Go! Once again, it's the fine late cut. They've got to look at this, the Australians. And the outfield is definitely getting quicker. He's got it through, and there's a bit of power behind that one. And as we've been saying, the outfield is getting a little more quick. Now, is that going to be a big factor in this run chase for Pakistan? We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, another yes, no, maybe. And this could be a run out. Lehman's hand was hurt, so perhaps the pickup not quite as quick. But that will be very close. Steve Bucknell goes to the 3rd umpire.
Don't think so. I think he just got there. A little bit of yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Now, did he? Well, that is out.
Here we go again. Well, that's short, isn't it? Couple frames.
I'm afraid that's out.
But this time, I'm afraid it's not likely to go in the batsman's favour. Given it, Shoaib Malik has to leave, and he was batting so well, bringing Pakistan back into the match. But all it takes is one misunderstanding. Maybe the single was there, maybe it wasn't.
Malik's gone in the end, 93 for 4.
Shahid Afridi in for Pakistan, this time at a slightly less familiar number 6. Let's see whether he can turn the tide. Well, again, it's going to be a yes and no. And it looks like it's going to be Shahid Afridi who will have to go. He had crossed. What a costly error. And Yusuf Yohana, once again, should we say, responsible.
What is going on out there? What is going on? Bob Wilmer will be tearing his hair out. Pakistan were in a great position to win this game, hands down. And now suddenly they're looking down the barrel. And the innocuous bowling, Lehman is on. Hogg hasn't bowled well. The seamers have been seen off. And what are you doing? Just giving away wickets. 93 for 5. Abdul Razak come in, and there's a long discussion here, and you can understand why. You can really understand why.
Oh.
Big swing. Over point.
That's 100 for Pakistan. 93 of 112. Normally they'd say that's very easy, but 5 down and the wicket turning, it's not nearly as easy as it looks.
Hard and high. That should be maximum. What a terrific blow. Yusuf Johanna makes amends.
Not yet, but that's on the way to it. Slightly slower delivery, and he's picked it up very quickly and just popped it straight over mid-off. That's his area, Yusuf Johanna. Beautifully struck. Just stood and delivered.
It's a lot of turn there.
Plenty of turn. You'd like to see the short fine leg come into a short mid-wicket area and try and get the batsman to drive. Look at this. Turn. So much of deviation of the pitch, it's going to be really difficult to play the on drive.
Really, everything that had to go wrong there did. If there was another direct hit and Yusuf Johanna were back in the pavilion again. Amazing indecision.
So again, the opportunity for the run out. There's no way he's going to be given out leg before. Hesitation between the two, Razak and Johanna, very experienced to direct it. Oh, it would have been curtains.
Well, anyway, it's the green light comes on, and fortunately for Pakistan, Johanna is still there. That may be wide. It's gone down the leg side and it's gone all the way for 4, and these are 5 wides. That's a welcome 5 runs for Pakistan. In the air and needn't have been in the gap because that's carried all the distance. 6.
And that's the line he likes. Abdul Razak. Keep an eye on his front leg. Doesn't get it anywhere close to the off stump. And he does it pretty intentionally so he can free his arms. Just taking it beside the ball. What a huge hit.
This is a great over for Pakistan. They've got 13 off it. It's 140 for 5, 11 to go.
Your front line spinner on a pitch like this, you'd expect him to do the job.
Catch!
In the air, didn't quite carry, and he's misjudged it horribly. Now that is very, very casual there in the deep. In the air, can the fielder get under it? And he has. Now that is indiscretion. That is a terrible, terrible mistake from Pakistan. Ricky Ponting prevails. He had the option of getting the faster bowlers in, stuck with Lehman, and he has the reward.
He certainly has, and that's a big blow for Pakistan. A huge wicket for the Australians. Darren Lehman has bowled a very good spell here. Slicing the ball and trying to hit it too hard was Abdul Razak, and Michael Clarke never looked like dropping it. Good catch in the outfield, and the kind of breakthrough that the Australians were looking at. The danger man, Abdul Razak, gone for 26. It's 154 for 6.
So Moin Khan has his work cut out for him. They still short of 39 or 51. They were just going so smoothly. He's pulled that into the gap. That should be 4.
That was short and asking for trouble. Yusuf Yohana has been out there for 69 minutes. And he's batted quite brilliantly so far. He's got to bat till the very end if Pakistan are to have a chance. But really, a simple shot in the end for him. But not getting carried away, not getting into the shot a little too early, waiting for the ball to come to him. Important boundary for Pakistan.
Attempting a single, they all go up and it meets with Shepherd's approval. Johanna can't believe it. Australia have their wicket. Ricky Ponting again with the spinners doing the job.
Well, where are we heading for? Just as when Pakistan looked totally in control, they lost Abdul Razak, and now a boundary, and the next delivery from Brad Hogg. There was a bit of turn and bounce. Oh, 2 noises, could have been well the pad and then the thigh pad. But 2 noises there. Brad Haddin taking a straightforward catch. And Yusuf Yohana has gone for 43. It's 161 for 7.
Mohammad Sami, the new man in. Very unfortunate from Pakistan's point of view. He's walked in at the fall of Yusuf Yohana's wicket. He can bat. He's got an average of 16. Pakistan still need 32. This could go to the wire. Down the leg side, wide signal. Every run counts now.
Oh, that's a missed chance. And that's gone through Jason Gillespie. Another missed chance, this time from the fielder.
Well, misses everywhere on that occasion, and 2 more runs to the Pakistan total, all important for them. Ricky Ponting won't want too many mistakes. Darren Lehmann has been a handful in this slow pitch, getting a lot of turn, and just coming off the shoulder of Mohammad Sami on the way through, which not therefore allowing Brad Haddin to get his glove to it.
Those were given as runs. And Zamamul Haq and Shoaib Akhtar can afford a smile out there. They must be very nervous. This is going to be a close thing in the end.
Yeah, and I think it should have been a lot easier for Pakistan. I think they've been in the box seat from at least the halfway in their run chase. Yeah! Darren Lehmann gets his 2nd wicket. What a crucial one for Australia. That response from Inzamam al-Haq says it all.
Trying to work the ball away against the spin. And a terrific blow from Darren Lehmann. Another Pakistan wickets fall. This is good, clever bowling, good, clever thinking. Trying to work the ball away towards the onside. Didn't look closely at the ball, and well, bullseye from Darren Lehmann. Disappointment in the Pakistan camp, especially in Zamamul Haq. He's got it. 171 for 8. Can Shoaib Akhtar win it for Pakistan? He's out there in company of Moin Khan, 29 years of age, can bat a bit. He's calling for everything, Moin Khan. He wants the strike, which is a sensible thing to do. 19 from 22 balls. In fact, 18 from 21 now. And the faint edge, and Moin Khan, is he walking? Yes, given by the umpire. There was a faint edge, and Jason Gillespie has struck, and in Zamamul Haq, well, is disappointed now. Pakistan clearly on the back foot.
Not looking good for Pakistan now. They didn't want Moin Khan, the last recognised batsman, walking back in the direction of the pavilion. This is a little bit more bounce. Good effort from Jason Gillespie, and just flicks the glove on the way through to Brad Haddin. That up and down bounce we've seen right through the day, costing another batsman his wicket. Crucial stage. Mark Khan gone for 6, 175 for 9.
Shabir Ahmed, the last batsman in for Pakistan, best score of only 2.
He's got to go full and straight. Base of middle stump.
He's done that. Well, it's missed the leg stump. In fact, it's missed the middle stump. Well, yes, gone, caught behind. That's it, it's all over. Australia won the Videocon Cup. Super Challenge 2004 belongs to the Australians. They had to fight their way through, but in the end, it was good, solid work, good professional work that earned them this win. Another cup under their belt.
Yeah, today were very difficult conditions, very dangerous at times, but fortunately, the boys came out on top. Thought the Pakistani boys put up a good fight, and we ended up with a very good game of cricket, I thought.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, thanks to God, Allah. Yeah, we're disappointed because our bowlers bowl really well in this track, and 192 runs is not very big total, but we are not do that, but because of our middle order batting is not doing well.
Were you surprised that in spite of not putting in your best batting performance, you still came very close to getting that target?
Yeah, because this target is not very big, and 2 run-outs is totally changed the game.
The Videocon Cup for the Australian team. Let's hear it for Australia, ladies and gentlemen. Well, after 99, you've been in 11 finals, Australia. This is the 12th one, and you've won the 12th final, so things are looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good team when we get into big games. There's no doubt about that. We've managed to get into a few of late and obviously play our best cricket in most of those finals. But certainly wasn't easy out there today. Well done to Dutch cricket for getting the final up and underway. The weather's been pretty ordinary the last few days, but to get a final in today was a very good effort by everyone concerned.
When did your plan, obviously your plan would have changed right at the start of the inning when you went into bat and saw the pitch behaving the way it did. When was it you decided 250 is not the target, maybe 200 is? Was that the target?
Yeah, we're hoping to get somewhere near 200. Yeah, it was obviously very difficult early on with the new ball. The seam was grabbing the surface and going through the top. So we decided to keep wickets in hand and see how we went and hopefully have a bit of an onslaught towards the end of our innings. And, to get 190 odd was a pretty good effort. And then we bowled and fielded really well. So it was